Have you ever seen a photograph that looked so perfect you immediately assumed it was edited? Many of us have become skeptical of extraordinary images. With modern photography, filters, and artificial intelligence, it can be difficult to know what is real anymore. Yet there are places on Earth that genuinely look impossible. Destinations so beautiful that even unedited photographs often appear fake. These are the kinds of places that make travelers stop and stare. Places where reality somehow exceeds expectations. Some are hidden in remote corners of the world. Others have become famous precisely because people struggle to believe they actually exist. What makes these destinations so fascinating is not just their beauty. It is the way they challenge our understanding of what our planet is capable of creating. From glowing lakes and floating mountains to landscapes that seem painted by hand, these places feel more like scenes from fantasy than locations on Earth. Today, we're exploring 10 places so beautiful they look fake. Each one proves that nature can sometimes be more imaginative than anything humans could design. Let's begin with a destination that often leaves visitors questioning their own eyes. Hidden within the Canadian Rockies, Lake Louise looks like something created for a movie set. The lake's vivid turquoise water appears almost unnatural. The color comes from fine rock particles carried by glacial meltwater. Sunlight reflects off these particles, creating the lake's famous appearance. Surrounded by mountains and dense forests, the setting feels almost too perfect. Every direction offers another breathtaking view. During summer, the water becomes even more vibrant. Photographs often look heavily edited, despite accurately capturing the scene. Visitors frequently describe their first glimpse of the lake as unforgettable. Many have trouble believing the colors are real. It is one of those rare places where reality consistently exceeds expectations. From Canada, we travel to one of the most famous tropical destinations on Earth. The Maldives has become synonymous with paradise. Looking at aerial photographs, it is easy to understand why. Hundreds of tiny islands sit within crystal-clear turquoise waters. The contrast between the ocean and white sand creates remarkable patterns. From above, the islands resemble jewels scattered across the sea. The colors appear almost impossibly vibrant. Water villas seem to float above the ocean. The entire landscape feels designed rather than naturally formed. The clarity of the water only adds to the illusion. Boats often appear suspended in midair because the sea is so transparent. Many travelers arrive expecting beauty. Few are prepared for how unreal it feels in person. Not every beautiful destination is tropical. In China, Zhangjiajie National Forest contains landscapes that seem to belong in a fantasy novel. Towering stone pillars rise dramatically from the ground. Many of these formations disappear into clouds and mist. The result is a landscape that often appears to float in the sky. The scenery became famous for inspiring parts of the film Avatar. Looking at the mountains, the connection is obvious. Some pillars rise hundreds of meters above the forest below. Their shapes appear almost impossible. Fog transforms the landscape throughout the day. Entire formations seem to appear and disappear without warning. The combination of scale, atmosphere, and geology creates one of the most surreal environments on Earth. From towering mountains, we move to one of the most extraordinary beaches in the world. Located in Brazil, Lençóis Maranhenses looks like a vast desert from a distance. Endless white dunes stretch across the horizon. Then visitors notice something unexpected. Between the dunes are brilliant blue lagoons filled with rainwater. The contrast is remarkable. Desert-like landscapes and tropical water seem to coexist in the same place. From above, the scenery resembles a giant abstract painting. The patterns appear almost too perfect to be natural. The lagoons shift and change throughout the year. Every season reveals a slightly different version of the landscape. Few places challenge expectations as effectively as Lençóis Maranhenses. Some destinations seem beautiful because they are so unusual. Pamukkale in Türkiye is one of those places. Its brilliant white terraces cascade down a hillside like frozen waterfalls. Mineral-rich water has flowed through the area for thousands of years. Over time, it created the famous formations seen today. The bright white surfaces stand out dramatically against the surrounding landscape. The contrast makes the terraces appear almost artificial. Pools of blue water collect among the formations. Together, the colors create an extraordinary visual effect. Photographs often look overexposed or digitally altered. Yet the terraces genuinely appear that bright in person. Pamukkale is a reminder that geology can sometimes create works of art. Our next destination is so strange that many people assume it cannot be real. Off the coast of Yemen lies Socotra, an island unlike anywhere else on Earth. Its unusual plants have made it famous among adventurous travelers. The most recognizable are the dragon blood trees. Their distinctive umbrella-shaped canopies look almost alien. Entire landscapes are filled with vegetation that appears disconnected from the rest of the natural world. The scenery feels ancient and mysterious. Millions of years of isolation allowed life here to evolve differently. Many species exist nowhere else. The result is a place that looks more like another planet than an island on Earth. Every view feels unique. Socotra proves that beauty does not always follow familiar patterns. If Socotra feels alien because of its plants, our next destination feels unreal because of its scale. Mount Roraima rises dramatically above the surrounding landscape in South America. Its flat summit creates one of the most distinctive silhouettes on Earth. Steep cliffs surround the mountain on all sides. From a distance, it appears to float above the clouds. The summit has been isolated for millions of years. This has allowed unique ecosystems to develop. Frequent mist and dramatic weather add to the atmosphere. The mountain often seems detached from the world below. Many believe it inspired fictional lost worlds in literature. Standing nearby, it is easy to understand why. The combination of isolation and appearance makes Mount Roraima unforgettable. Now we travel to a destination that transforms completely under the right conditions. Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the largest salt flat on Earth. During the dry season, it resembles a vast white desert. After rainfall, the landscape becomes something extraordinary. A thin layer of water creates a giant natural mirror. The reflection is so perfect that the horizon disappears. Sky and ground blend together completely. Visitors often feel as though they are walking through the clouds. The effect is difficult to describe until it is seen in person. Photographs from Salar de Uyuni regularly go viral because they look impossible, yet the images are real. Few places on Earth create such a dramatic visual illusion. Our next destination combines waterfalls, forests, and lakes into one breathtaking landscape. Plitvice Lakes National Park in Croatia looks almost enchanted. A series of interconnected lakes stretches through lush forest. The water displays shades of blue and green that appear remarkably vivid. Wooden pathways wind through the scenery. Waterfalls connect many of the lakes. The constant movement creates a peaceful atmosphere. The colors change depending on sunlight and seasonal conditions. Every visit offers a slightly different experience. Photographs often resemble paintings rather than real locations. The landscape seems too harmonious to be natural. It is one of Europe's most visually stunning destinations. Our final location may be the most beautiful of all. Antarctica is often associated with extreme cold rather than beauty. Yet many visitors describe it as the most extraordinary place they have ever seen. Towering glaciers rise above brilliant blue waters. Massive icebergs drift silently across the ocean. The colors can be astonishing. Shades of white, blue, and silver dominate the landscape. The scale feels almost impossible to comprehend. Everything appears larger and more dramatic than expected. Wildlife adds another layer of wonder. Penguins and seals seem perfectly adapted to this frozen world. The isolation creates an atmosphere unlike anywhere else on Earth. Antarctica feels untouched, pure, and almost otherworldly. Many travelers arrive expecting a frozen wilderness. They leave feeling as though they have visited another world. What makes these places so memorable is not simply their beauty. It is the fact that they seem to challenge reality itself. They remind us that our planet still contains landscapes capable of inspiring genuine awe. Places that look impossible until you see them with your own eyes. In a world filled with edited photographs and digital effects, these destinations offer something refreshing. They prove that nature remains the greatest artist of all, and perhaps that is why they captivate us so deeply. They show us that some of the most unbelievable sights on Earth are completely real. If you enjoyed exploring these extraordinary destinations, be sure to subscribe to the Travel Perspective for more incredible places, fascinating journeys, and unforgettable travel stories from around the world.